Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Ninjago Heatwave Transforming Lava Dragon set. It cost me $55 US and comes with 479 pieces. I put it together in front of all the wonderful folks who joined me for live streams over on the Twitch side. This comes with 5 minifigures, as you can see here, and 1 small side build. The head mostly uses 2 large preformed pieces there for the upper part of the head and then the jaw. The color scheme here is dark red with nougat, just the regular nougat formerly known as flesh. And as you can see, there are 2 joints for the back of the jaw, so you can open it and close it this way, or you can open and close it here, or use both of those together kind of in conjunction. As you shift this forward and back, it moves the horns. The horns are pretty large in size, and as you can see, there's also a ball joint right there, and there's plenty of range of motion for that ball joint, and it's also one of the larger style of ones, so it has plenty of thickness there. And you have another joint right here, which is ratcheted, that can go back and forth. On the top of this is a simple saddle, just that same basic kind of design that they've been using for a while. And all of the decorations that you see, other than for the head here, all the decorations are done with stickers. I think that most of the stickers on this are pretty optional, but they do add a good amount of surface texture. The build for this is really, really solid. It feels good. You know, it feels like a proper Lego build, but it's not too complex the way it goes together. And again, lots of really useful range of motion here with the ratcheted joint, gives you plenty of room forward and back, and also can splay the legs out. And there's nothing here for like the elbow or knee section, but I think that's okay. Down here you have a ball joint used for the ankle, which again is given plenty of room to move all around, so you can have it more flat like that. You can have it back farther like this and still fold it up. Like that's very, very useful range. And then the toes, of course, can be curled up quite a bit like so. Underneath, this is the new dragon core element. It's dual molded. This one has the trans, I believe that's just trans blue. I can't tell what color is used inside. I want to say it's gold on the inside. It does feel a little bit purple to me, but I think it's actually blue. With a color on the inside that's kind of shifting that a bit. I might be just completely perceiving it wrongly though, but it looks good. This actually is intended to work as a shooter. So there's a trigger here, but unfortunately these new pieces, though they look good, do have a flaw. You'll be seeing that a number of times throughout. So I'm trying to get this thing to shoot. Yep, there it went. First try. Let's try to get it to shoot. You push this down, or you know, if you're grabbing it from above, you just squeeze it in. It has a seam going all the way around it. So sometimes it's going to shoot properly like the good old Zamor spheres and like the good old ball shooters used on the early Ninjago dragons. And sometimes it just gets stuck. So I'd say about, when I first did it, it was 80% of the time it was getting stuck. After I used it a whole bunch and it got worn in or broken in, I'd say now it's maybe 50-50 or so. That's unfortunate because it's a really nice little piece. There's some weird things that go on here with what looks like another saddle on the underside. We'll get to what that's all about in a minute. At the rear, tons of articulation for that joint. Again, they just left the joints very free, so they can really move quite a bit. You know, can really take advantage of the available range of motion of the joint pieces. And then here's the tail. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit hollow right here, but you can always turn that down if you want to. Just has a little katana stuck onto the end. That's pretty much it for the main build here in its default form. But bring this back. I'm just going to flip this over. This is the transformation feature. It's so much simpler than I expected. It's ridiculously simple. You just flip the head. That is the transformation feature. Transformation or transforming is in the name, and that's the transforming right there. Just that. So now it's more of a land-looking thing. And I can bring this down if I want to. Bring it way down. I don't want to. I'm just going to put it here. Now this is more like an artillery piece up on the top, you know, rather than a belly slung cannon. Bring this around. Put it back like that. Very easy, very simple, but effective. And it gives you a completely different look. One thing that's missing here, I just noticed that this is a little bit loose. If I squeeze in right there. That can actually fall off a little bit too easily. One thing is missing from this is more of a suggestion of wings. They have just kind of vestigial wings suggested with these sword pieces over here. And I think that's okay. You know, not every dragon needs to have wings, not by any means. We've seen that throughout human history as well as fantasy history. But I think that a little bit more of a suggestion of wings for the other form might have been useful, and then maybe if you could fold them in. But all in all, it works pretty well, and that's why you have another saddle on the other side, so you can just have a person, you know, well, you could potentially attach 2 figures to it at all times, or just have one flip back up. I like the little suggestion of the 4-pack, the abs right there too. It's nicely done. Yeah, it works, you know, and it's very easy to grab. Not a whole lot of stuff wants to fall apart by default. Makes sense. The opposing unit in this set is just a little flyer for one of the bad guys, and it's interestingly placed on a turntable here, so it can spin. It spins. Whether it's on the ground or it's in the air when you're holding it. This, as you can see, back here is really a simple build. It tried to put some detail towards the front, and most importantly, it's just intended to hold a character, and then you can shoot from the sides, and that's it. And it looks kind of menacing. You know, it basically works as a personal transport. And I think that's fine. I think it's a good use of a small bit of parts budget. Here are new versions of Kai, Lloyd, and Wildfire, who's definitely taken a page from the Monkey Kid playbook with that hairpiece there. All of these, to me, look quite good. Probably the new ninja designs are polarizing because they're different, and anytime you change things, you're going to make, especially fans of a long-established franchise, feel uneasy. Yeah, there will be some folks who like it, some who don't. I think that they feel kind of classic. They feel like throwbacks to the original Lego Ninja from before Ninjago, the theme. And notice the faces there, so you get that new alternate face, and we'll look at the details underneath soon. But the printing details look good. Prints over here going all the way through look good as well. The only thing that's a little bit off production-wise is just the gold up here for the crescent. Doesn't go all the way to the edges. The masking isn't ideal, but it's not bad. Speaking of masks, just take these off. You can see those faces, the more standard faces, and I need to take more stuff off here. Not the most detailed of back prints here, and that's perfectly fine because you usually don't get to see those. You know, they just simplified, I think, the maximum detail design of the Ninja Gi. Simplified the graphic style down a little bit and made them a little bit more consistent, I think, and I think they look good. I also want you to see what these faces look like when they're framed up a little bit and when they're just using the hood piece without the shoulder bit. It looks funky. It looks weird. That doesn't really work for me. I think you need the full ensemble to make that work. Notice also that Lloyd has gone to a pure bright green color, no longer mixing between different ones. Then here on the left is Lord Raz, and on the right is an Imperium Claw Hunter. Everything I said previously about consistency of level of detail in the prints, yeah, you can throw all that away, because this one is using finer lines and higher level of detail, and then this one goes even farther still. Some really good stuff here. Not complaining. Notice also the prints on the arms over here. I'm gonna have to take some more stuff off so you can see more of the details, but really nice. And then the dual molded sword piece looks beautiful. So well done. It's not oversized. You have 2 bar connections on there so you can connect things together. Hopefully we will see that piece used for something in the future as well with a different color. And look at all that detail. That is nice. Again, with the arm prints, now you can see them more clearly. You see the face over here. I'm going to take this piece off as well. There's no regular minifig head underneath here, but I do want you to see a little bit more of the print on the torso there. It's a little bit awkward to see it that way, but I did want you to see that print because there's a lot to it. These are quality figures. And finally, these are the leftover parts, including a couple extra shots for the tile shooters, and this is the sticker sheets. It's a fair number of stickers, but not too bad for the overall size of what you build, I think. So again, this was $55 US. It's 53 euros, 47 British pounds, 70 Canadian dollars, which equates to approximately 52 US. Ninjago, once upon a time, was a value leader among LEGO themes. That changed. That changed last year, approximately. It changed real bad. And now it feels like it's coming back, because for this amount of stuff in 2023 from LEGO, and it's not hollow, like this is pretty solid here. You know, the visual weight of what's in front of me right now with the number of figures and everything, combined with the solidness of the build, I think makes this feel reasonable by today's standards. Sure, I would love it to be cheaper, but for 2023, I don't think I can complain too much about this. Everything here is pretty good except for the production of the Dragon Core ball piece. I really wish that was more round, because it has an effect at every place that they use it, at least so far. Yeah, but beyond that, not getting caught up on that. Really good, I think, well-designed new figures. At the very least, really good production work with them, and good play value all throughout, and a solid build experience. So just generally speaking, I'm happy with this. It's not a must buy, I don't think. It's not an amazing deal, but everything's better than fine. Definitely better than fine. So if you like what you see, then I don't think that you're going to be disappointed by anything here, other than that ball. I'm just going to stop about that. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.